Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ROP, Run of Play podcast, where we discuss all things football, but from the perspectives of our teams. Arsenal, Manchester United, and Chelsea, because we got Azza in the building. You know, everyone is here. Sean has run away. DJ Pablo, he went to go and pray for Manchester United. But we have Jude in the building. We have Johnny Boy in the building. We've got Azza. But before we go too far, I want to say thank you to everyone that has been supporting Run of Play this entire season, you know, and hopefully next season is going to be better. And in the summer, we're planning to start streaming as well. I hope you guys will be here for it. And I have a feeling that today we are going to be talking about Manchester United a lot, and also talking a little bit about Arsenal as well. But we'll get into all of that. But before we do, I just want to say I'm grateful for a number of things. I'm grateful that there is no Spurs fan on this panel. I'm very grateful for that. I'm also very grateful that this season for Manchester United has just been a plain disaster. Because in last season, they were saying, oh, it's the worst season ever. We finished 8th and we still won a trophy. Arsenal not win a trophy. Now you can't say that anymore. Because this time, Manchester United are poor. They are poor. So poor. That's how poor they are. And I'm also grateful that DJ Pablo can no longer say that Manchester United were the only team that went unbeaten in Europe this season. That one has ended because, you know, Spurs slapped them on the bum bum. I'm also very grateful that some weeks ago, people were laughing that Arteta was saying that Arsenal lost to PSG, but he said they were the better team. And I'm grateful that their own manager now, Ruben Amorim, also said that Manchester United were the better team. He said it after the game and he said it again in his pre-match conference against Aston Villa. I'm grateful for that. So now they cannot banter Arteta for saying something like that anymore, because their own manager is also Delulu, if he says Arteta is Delulu. And finally, I am grateful. No, second to last, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that United struggled to get a whole common 40 points. 40 points. They only got it on the last day of the season.
Survivor point.
And finally, I am grateful that Ruben Amorim, Ruben no ammo in his tank, Ruben Amoro, he is not him. Ruben, I'm not him, is going to remain as the coach of Scamchester United, Manchester United next season. That's all I'm grateful for. Thank you very much. I'm sure you guys are grateful with me. Johnny Boy, what are you grateful for?
First of all, I'm grateful that Jude is not putting on his red jersey today. I don't know for what reason. He's always putting on his red jersey, but for some reason he's not putting it on. I'm grateful because at least United, like you said, they're not going to make noise in our ears. All season they have been making noise. Don't worry, we're going to win Europa League. We're going to win Europa League. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Now, everything is dashed up. And Man fans should be grateful that this season was poor in terms of the relegated teams. If it were other seasons whereby the relegated teams put up a fight, United would have been in a good relegation scruffle this season. And there's no judging that will not be there next season. I'm also grateful that Amorim is the coach next season. So that he's real, because they say, oh, let's give him next season. The true Amorim is going to show next season that he's just overhyped. We're going to see him next season. He's overhyped.
That's so.
And I'm grateful that United fans are weeping right now. They're hiding. Chelsea ran away. The Republic has run away. So we will see them. They keep on running, but they cannot run for too long.
Yeah, they can run, they can't hide.
So
yes. And Azza, what are you grateful for, Mr. Azza?
A lot of things. I don't even know where to start from. First thing first, we are off to the Champions League. So that is a big plus. Whether we win on Wednesday or not, that is by the way, but I believe we will win. But first thing first,
not.
Champions League is secured. And again, I am grateful because that is on achievement level this season. We are on Arsenal's level at the moment because we are both in Champions League, and probably we are going to have a better season if possibly we win the Conference League.
That's
so
what
I'm
Jude
grateful
was
for that
saying
as
3
well.
weeks ago, but no problem. You continue, yeah.
No, I said if we will win. You know me, I don't gaslight myself.
No,
So
it's too late because
that's
the
another.
last time you were here, you said Chelsea will win the Conference League. You said it. So we have
I
we
said
have
we
it.
should
No, you
win the
said
Conference
you'll win
League.
it. We have it on wax. But continue.
So yeah. That's so. I'm grateful for that as well. So if that's the case, then let's be grateful in advance that they are going to win it. And again, I feel like I'm grateful because we have a coach where going into next season, we know we can only get better. Not a coach where we are doubting if we are going to get better or not. And I'm grateful as well because we spent most of our seasons, not even most of our season, the whole season in that top half. We spent the whole season between first and sixth. So it's a big thing to be grateful for. So altogether, I'm grateful.
And
I'm really
Jude,
grateful.
what are you grateful for? Onana.
I'm grateful to be alive today. I'm grateful Manchester United did not finish 17th. I'm
Okay.
grateful that there's always a Netflix next season FC every season, so we'll have one next
Okay.
season. I'm also
Okay.
grateful that that scam for Teta is still in charge next season, so it gives us more hope and time to rebuild. Uh, I'm grateful he has been there for 7 years without anything to show for it. So it tells you the progress and
Five and
mentality of
F.
the club. So I'm much grateful that Anthony is still in Real Betis.
Okay.
Right.
That's true. That's
On
true.
that note, before we go into the the unnecessary trophy in Europe, that one that was just created just for people to have something to watch at, and to give some
Yes,
teams some
Yeah.
hope.
to help people
Before we
out.
go into that kind of dead
Yeah.
competition, Jude, what happened on Wednesday? What happened?
Let it all out. Let it all out. Let us hear.
This is a safe
I
space.
think
This is a safe space. Let it out. Let it out.
Amorim happened. That's all I can say. Amorim happened. It was like somebody knew what he wanted and played the way he wanted to win and won the game. That was because I don't get the point why my fair analysis of the game is Amorim was wrong in his squad selection, and he was also too stubborn to make the changes needed in the game and quick. Because why would you play the same squad that you played against Chelsea, knowing that I think it was it one shot on target, and that was that offside. So you never had a biting attack. Why would you play that in a final? Don't you
He
need
was
attempts?
he was
That's
just running
one.
it all
But
night.
on the other hand, you can say he knew that the game is going to pan out. If the game is a draw or something, or losing 1-0, they can bring in the firepower as the substitutions to try
Where's
and
the
them
firepower?
Or
Garnacho, these
can,
people
or
of
can we say
Garnacho now. Garnacho.
Garnacho, them
or can we
Zexi.
say he knew or can we say that he knew that that game against Chelsea was just a game because he knows that they are not going to fire his shots. So that was where he needed that main formation, that Europa League final. He knew they were not going to do anything against Chelsea.
But you
So
should know that you
he
should
just
also
tried
know
to
that
put a
there's
team out there.
nothing. If you play the game against Chelsea and you didn't see a fire in attack, why don't you change something to bring fire in your attack?
He
That's
brought
what
on
I'm saying.
And then
Garnacho and
and then
Zexi
He's probably thinking Chelsea have enough
but that was
and
too
execution.
put
late.
Maguire up top,
That
So
was
push
too late.
Maguire forward. Start not making changes.
That
so
was too late. I
Maguire has been
expected
saving
him
you guys.
I expected him to respond at 60 or 50 something minutes. You're losing 1-0 is a final. There's no way you're coming back with Hodgland being alone in that front. The smart guy, Ange, changed the whole stuff. He played like almost a five defenders situation. And you only have one striker against five defenders. How is that going to work? Are you not supposed to sub Shaw, bring in a Dalo, push the ball up front, bring in Garnacho, bring in Zexi, and push Zexi and Maguire up front there. Bruno Fernandez behind them. If the ball comes out, he take the shot. What's he looking for? He's still trying to play 3-5-2 and hold the ball, possess the ball at the back. Or how are we going to win with that mentality? There's a missing part. There's nobody connecting the four to the striker. The midfield is just useless. So what Tottenham did was allow them enjoy the wing, give them hope that they have chance to pass through the wings, and they'll just block you out with two people. So why would you not see what I'm seeing and make your changes so quick?
Well, he said he is grateful that that the last 6 months he has observed the team. Now he knows what's going to do better going forward. Maybe was still observing the mentality
He's
that
still
you
observing
guys
in the
said that
final.
Bruno Fernandes and his people have. He was observing the mentality in the final, So
I just pity for him next two
and do
months
you
because
agree? I
it's
know
not going
Sean
good.
will agree, and DJ Pablo will probably agree that United were the better team. Do you agree that United were the better team on the final?
A better team in possession of ball, better team in the final. Tottenham was the better team. They had their master plan and they used their master plan. So being a better team and losing, you can't be a better team and be losing. So it's a useless
So one
statement.
is to what
Tottenham
needs to
was the
change for
better
United
team.
next season, because obviously we know the manager is going to stay. Garnacho was saying no, he did not play enough minutes in the final, so that will affect his decision to stay. And we've heard on the
I
news
think he's
that
leaving.
Amorim basically told him that he has to go, basically for for what he
Yeah.
said. Him leaving.
The
Yeah. So
attitude.
what?
No, I just feel like it's a thing where Amorim is already thinking, I don't think this boy is good enough for my system. So he's thinking about disposing him already. Then Garnacho just made it easier by coming out and saying what you just said. So that's what I think. Because bro, like every time you can see that it doesn't really rate Garnacho. We can see Garnacho coming on and
They
doing things
wanted to
for him
sell him in
sometimes.
January though.
Yeah, I like you can see Garnacho coming on and doing things for him sometimes, but at the same time you can still say that he doesn't really rate Garnacho, or he doesn't really look at Garnacho as his type of player or a player that can play his system. Garnacho is good going forward, but you need to understand that Amorim's system is like more of counter attacks when they are playing against teams that can dominate the ball. So when you're playing counter attacks or you're playing a team that can dominate the ball, you can't rely on Garnacho's defensive abilities. Like he's not really good off the ball. And the way Amorim plays, he needs all his players off the ball. He needs
Yeah.
all his players off the ball. And when we talk about off the ball, like what any player can give to you off the ball, Mason Mount is way better than Garnacho.
Yeah.
So that is why I feel like Mount is starting ahead of Garnacho in that game. And again, so he already had that option of disposing Garnacho. Then Garnacho just made it easier. Simple. That's what I feel. So there's no way. I don't think there's any
Yeah.
way for
I,
Garnacho to even
I
stay
agree. As even
that
I was
next
saying
season.
in the last episode as well to Sharon about even Jude as well, like modern day managers, what you do on the ball is not as important as what you do off the ball. And off the ball, United don't know what they are. Headless chicken. They don't know what they are doing, right? On the ball, yes, they are compact. They can thread one or two passes in, and they lack the finishing. Yes, but off the ball, they don't know how to defend. Like they're like a donut. They have no middle, no midfield at all. In Manchester United. So that will probably need to change next season.
Okay.
Yeah, go on, Johnny boy.
And also, I feel that these modern day managers, the way they play, right? They don't just rely on their strikers. They need their wingers to be like kind of strikers that score goals. Ganacho doesn't do that. He's very poor in front of goal. Ahmad is trying, but like Ganacho is so wasteful. I was telling you that, say the problem Ganacho has is that Ganacho, to me, he reminds me of this guy Adama Traore. They are very good with the ball, but
Not
when it comes to
Javino,
decision
because there's
making,
one guy called Javino in Arsenal team. I think he plays like Javino, but anyways, yeah.
because what differentiates the greats from the average players is decision making. When to shoot, when to pass, when to shoot, when to dribble. Garnacho doesn't have that. Garnacho does the opposite of what he's supposed to do. So I think because of that, plus the fact that you're not a troublemaker, because I heard it seems he's always the one that leaks information about the team as well. So that doesn't help him as well. So to me, I feel Garnacho should be sold for United. He's trouble. He's not worth the trouble. And also, I think it's going to be pure fit for United, right? He's going to be pure fit for you guys. So that's also
Yeah,
good.
nah, because it's good. Yeah, for me, I just feel like if you look at Garnacho overall this season, to me, he never improved. I don't know
But it
what
was
he has
meant
been
to
doing
replace
personally.
Cristiano Ronaldo. He's the one that's going to take the number 7 going
He,
forward. No.
I didn't hang it on his neck to replace anybody. So he should contact the board and discuss his contract. If he should
No,
be
I
paying the
feel
man his
like
word.
see, to be honest, nothing really happens with Garnacho, but
Nothing.
he's not
No,
built
the
for
thing is,
he's not built
the thing
for
that happened to
he's not
Garnacho
built for
is
Amorim's system at all. And the
it
reason
doesn't
why I
fit
said
the
he's not built for
system.
Amorim's system doesn't use like the kind of winger Garnacho is. The kind of winger Garnacho is these wingers that are going to hug the touchline, get the ball to feet, and drive our players. But Amorim's system, you see those two wide players behind the striker, they are playing as extra 10. Why? Because the system doesn't have a number 10. His system has two sitting midfielders that are good and athletic. Then he needs those two wingers to act. Those two wingers to be his number 10, just behind the striker. Then his wing backs are going to give him options outside. So Garnacho is not his type of player. If
He doesn't.
Tenag was still there, if Tenag was still the one there, Garnacho will be starting every
Maybe
game, regardless of whatever he's going through. Garnacho is still going to start every game because every time he comes on, you can see him taking people on. You can see him trying
that's
to
not
do
what
something.
Amorim system is about.
Yeah,
Amorim
but
system is more like Inter Milan system. You don't go and take a player, mark
pardon?
the guy, somebody opens up for you, you pass the ball back, you open up and go that way. That's how the
Yeah,
system is.
Yeah, but
yeah,
this
So
like
so
even if you're taking on players, my problem Garnacho takes on players. My problem is that
he doesn't have a final decision
his decision
after
making is
taking the
still
player.
poor. That's the
yeah,
problem.
no, but no,
After
what
taking the
I'm
player, he
trying to say
doesn't
is
know
what I'm
who
trying
to
to say
pass.
is
He doesn't know how to shoot.
you see one thing that a player can actually improve on is decision making. Any player can improve on decision making. Why? Because it's just you knowing
Timing.
I have to pass this at this time, I have to wait at this time, I have to do this at this time. That one is decision making. Like it's easy for him to actually like improve when it comes to decision making. But the physical attributes that Amorim style needs, it's not there for Garnacho. If if Garnacho's problem is only decision making in Amorim system, yeah, Amorim can actually see, how am I going to say, like this player Sterling, when Sterling was at Liverpool, his problem was decision making. But when Pep met him, Pep taught him how to make decisions in certain places, and Sterling just became one beast that we don't
Then
know.
later he forget the
So
steps.
for Garnacho, his problem is not just
But
decision making.
Sterling was a kid at
I
Liverpool, so you
don't.
could also
Yeah,
say
he was a kid that could just dribble, that could just do everything, that could take on people.
I don't
exorbitant.
want us to spend too much time
So
on
yeah,
Garnacho because he was not the problem in the final, right? Their defenders and
So
their
yeah,
for me,
midfielders were the
he
final.
was
for
not
me,
even there. He was not even there
Exactly.
because when he came on, he
I
was
already
actually
said
their
it.
best
Yeah.
player.
Like
When
I
he
already
came on
said
in
it,
that final,
they should sell him in January and collect the 60 million that
16 million, you
was in
mean?
Napoli or
16
Inter.
million.
That was what they were
Yeah.
offering. I think Napoli or Inter was offering 60 or
There's no
so.
way Napoli
Then I
will
said
offer you 60 million. That was just
collect the money
let's be
and
honest.
let us go. You understand? Sell him at that moment. Now you can't even sell him for that 60. That's the problem. So to me, I think
yeah, now
I heard
he's turning to be harder.
Amorim told Onana too that he can leave.
Yeah,
He's also a vital
Yeah.
I
So
saw
what
component
it.
would
that
you
needs
need
to
going
leave.
forward now? Next season, what would you need?
If
He
we can get
probably needs a full team.
a new keeper is one.
Same full team,
Yeah,
Uh,
but it's not going to
I
get a
swear
full team.
because
So
this one
no,
that the whole
we don't
like
actually need
this
a
one
full
that the
team.
old players are gone. He probably needs a full
Being
team.
realistic, we don't need a full team. We already have some players that can build the core. We
Yeah.
need one person on the left wing, at least a goal scorer or a goal, like somebody that can pass
but
the
you
ball
see,
to a
you guys said
striker to
Hoyland
score.
scored 15 goals last season. Not
So we need another striker. Holland should find. He should go on therapy. He should come to Lagos. They will beat him and beat confidence back into him. So there are Nigerian fans waiting for him in Lagos. He can come back. Let us do the thing. So we need a striker with pure confidence and that is lethal. We need. We can manage Onana, but if push comes to shove, that's fine. We can go for Aston Villa keeper and hang on him for the next 3 to 4 years, and then
Two
progress.
positions so far you've mentioned. Okay.
Striker, left wing. We need somebody in the midfield that can. We need the wing back, right wing back, somebody that can
Oh,
move up.
Mazraoui.
Mazraoui is not yet there. Mazraoui is more. I think he's more inclined to defend than going
Dalo,
forward.
what of Dalo?
Both of them are stupid up front to me. Like I'll give them. I'll give them 2/10. They just started trying to cross and shoot. We need somebody that at least, if they are going that forward, you know that the person's aim is either to cross the ball to the striker or shoot that goal. Shoot at that goal. Let's rebound it. Not people that you know that if they have 10 chances, there's no way they are scoring that 10. Like you don't have that belief. So we don't need that. We need people that can actually cross ball. Dogu just needs to improve. He needs to improve personally. Otherwise, he'll be shaking. He's more shaky now. He'll be bad next season if he continues this way. With center backs are okay for me. Delete if they are fit, they are okay for me. We have Heaven, Delete, Maguire, Euro, Mazraoui. We can even play Dalo there. Like I can manage Dalo, but we need somebody that is actually we need those or a right wing back, one midfielder that can actually help in the midfield and distribute the
But
ball.
Ugarte might be better next
That's
season because that will be his second season. Anyone he has the whole summer to
who is
Ugarte.
that?
Ugarte.
Ugarte does not distribute the ball like I want him to. We need somebody like Ericsson, but with more energy.
Hey, I heard you are grooming
Somebody
Mino
like
for that.
Oba.
Mino.
Somebody
You
like
guys
Oba
are
is what
grooming
we
Mino
need in
for
that
that.
our midfield. Somebody that can come and sit, distribute the ball, so that Bruno can be free up in that 10 and play what he wants to play.
But Bruno
Because
might be leaving as well.
Bruno
No?
coming back
He
to
might be going
defend
to Saudi.
and trying to do it does not help. It weighs him down. So we need somebody that at least if the wing is choked, that person can locate the striker with a beautiful cross. That's what we need.
You can get
And the person can
Jorginho for
also
1 or
give
2
the energy
seasons.
to
He's
the
going to be
midfield.
cheap. Jorginho.
Who?
Unfortunately, Jorginho has gone to Brazil.
God forbid.
I'm sure if United come for him, we'll come back. No. But anyways.
We can. I know it's to be like a money laundry place, please. We don't want.
Anyways.
We are moving
So,
forward.
from what I heard now, that means you need
So
about
if you
6
take him
players.
for one season now, next season we'll not do what? We'll not give him contract extension, and then we'll not swear
No,
for
because
him
you guys
the
are
season
broke.
after.
We all know Manchester United is broke. So you can just get him on a free instead of going to find another 50, 60 million to sign a midfielder. He's going to do something for you.
I swear. Because Jorginho is going to distribute the ball for you.
Exactly. Or Ross Barkley. You can take Ross Barkley
No.
from like Ipswich or something like that.
God forbid. I don't even, I'm
Aston
tired.
Villa,
Aston Villa, sorry.
I'm dealing with Mount. I should not add Barkley to it. I know. No.
Anyways, man.
I'm dealing with Mount. I'm okay that way. For me, that's just the basic points we can use to rebuild. To me, I don't think they are going to buy up to 5 players, but 3 or 4 is okay to start. Maybe in January window, if they can loan 1 or 2 to
Fair
help,
enough.
it will make sense
So
like
now
that way. Then
Now that the season is over, what would
following
you rate
summer.
your season out of a 10?
we are 15th, 5/20, 6/20.
Out of
No,
10.
no,
out of
16th. 16th.
16 who climb on.
16th.
What I
West
look
Ham
was
won. West Ham
15th.
won now.
Yeah.
We are both Leeds and Tottenham now.
Which
Yes.
Leeds?
We are both Wolves
Huh?
and Tottenham.
Leeds are coming.
You are
Calm
above
down.
Wolves and
Calm
Tottenham
down.
now.
Next season you have Leeds.
Wolves? No, I don't think you are above Wolves.
Oh, I think Wolves drew. We are above the one we're winning.
All right, let me just do this cross-checking right here, right now.
But I don't think, because I don't think you are above
Goal
Wolves.
difference.
Me, I didn't check.
Goal
It though
difference.
because you know Champions League
They finished
players
15,
like
goal
Champions League
difference.
teams.
Yeah, yeah.
They were like,
Yes,
oh,
yes.
okay,
We cannot be scrolling down. We can't be scrolling down.
we can't be scrolling
Well,
down now.
fine.
Imagine
We only look at
Champions
first
League
page.
teams
First
like
page.
us.
We only look at first page. We don't go to second page. Sorry.
And
You don't go to
so
second page.
you want me to
Only look at
leave a whole first page? I will leave a whole first page, then start looking at no. That's not what we
It's
now
not,
do.
even if you leave the first page, but it's the bottom of the first, like the bottom of the second page, like it's just too hard to scroll in.
Yeah, like that's the problem again. Then you open second page,
I'll
then you have
know-
to start
I'll
going and
know-
going and going and going.
I would like to know
No.
if
I'm not
after
in for all of
the
that.
first week or second week, if you look at the bottom
No
page,
problem.
What's that?
yeah, first week or second week into the season, I will know if you can look at the bottom page or
All
not.
right. Well, I think
Just pray they buy the players Amorim wants because they said he's going to be involved in
They're
the
not going to
transfers
buy
as
them.
well.
yeah.
So
It's very,
let's
very-
see
It's
if
very, very
he's
loud.
actually
We
involved.
can't get. Let's be realistic. We can't get Jokeres.
Who was thinking
never.
about Jokeres before?
So
Never.
Amman was thinking about him. The option now they're going
Is
for is
the
the lap.
lap.
I just think the lap
It
lap
has
would
always
even
been
work.
the lap now. That's what I heard.
Delap is if they're buying cheap, I'm okay. But I still don't trust the Delap one season guy. Please.
No,
I
we do
just
well.
feel
He's
if
a
they're
good goal
buying cheap
scorer.
is okay, but
Anyways, let's kind of move
it,
to slowly move out of United because they're dead. Let's move up the table, right? Let's talk about Chelsea. Chelsea, how are you guys feeling this season? Like, how are you
upcoming,
rating your season?
upcoming start.
How am I rating our season? Our season over
10.
over 10. I'll rate it 7,
Wow. Okay.
7 or 8, 7 or 8.
Why 7?
And
So
and the reason why I said
means
it's 7 is because
like A plus 8/10.
8 over 10.
Wow.
No, if we win Conference League, I'll put that
We are
extra
not
one.
winning, Betis
For now,
is
it's
winning,
7.
so let's leave that.
God forbid.
Okay, we will see.
God
All right,
forbid.
for now 7. So it means
This-
you're happy about the season. You're
If
happy
you
how the
win,
season
So-
went.
wait, this 7 or 8 is it
Yeah,
that
I'm
in the
I'm
cup
happy
or
how the
without
season went. To
the?
be honest,
It's without the cup.
Is
7
it
without the
with
cup.
the
8 with the
EPL?
cup.
7 without the cup, 7 without the cup, 8 with the cup.
Jesus is Lord.
7.
After your 42-man squad,
Yeah. So what does 42-man squad
I
does?
don't
They
understand.
finish in
probably on
Champions
the
League
last day
fourth.
to qualify
So
for Champions
throughout the
League.
season, when you were
That-
because I was watching all your TikTok, I was seeing all your reaction
Yeah,
throughout the season.
I'm
how you were
always-
losing hope.
I'm always
how you
pissed.
were losing hope,
It
and you
qualified
still
to
give
the
it
that's why
sound
I'm
in
always
the end.
pissed.
You take back because you qualified.
See, one thing
Football is
about
about
me
emotion,
is
vibes.
one
Only
thing about
Nottingham
me
Forest
is
could
I
change
just
this.
try.
You
No,
have
I
to
just
change
try.
this up.
No. I just try as much as possible not to be carried away. But if I'm actually being serious, Maresca's time is actually way better than Pochettino's time. So if I'm being serious, I'm not just trying to be carried away. That is why I'm not. See, I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be that kind of person that will be like, oh, this team we are going to beat this team. This team we are going to beat this team. Now, if I'm scared of a team, I will say that I'm scared of a team.
Yeah, but
If I'm not sure that we are going to.
Wait.
So
With the way you were talking on your TikTok, I was thinking that you were going to give like a 5 or something, But a 7.
You guys have a
Because I remember there was like 2 months back to back where you guys were drawing and losing and drawing and losing.
a 7 is still far from 10. No.
So if you give your season 7, what would Newcastle
7
do?
is still far
Exactly.
from 10. No. 7 is still far from 10. You see, have 8, you have 9, you have
You know what 10
9.5
means?
in some people.
That means you
7
win
is
the league
70 out of
and
100.
you win
So
another cup.
yeah, 70 out of 100. Okay,
Yeah.
this is okay. This is where you know. This is where you
That's
know.
excellent.
Yeah, because why?
Even
Because
your
why?
wins are not
When-
even 70.
When was the last time we played Champions League? That is the first
Okay,
question.
Champions League tax.
When was the
I
last
see,
time
I
we
see,
played
I
Champions
see,
League?
I see.
And under Pochettino last season, everyone was questioning Caicedo's ability and Enzo, which I did as well. I'll be honest, which I did as well. But this season, they have massively improved, and it's down to the way Enzo Maresca plays. Not if it was maybe Pochettino and they improve, then we might say it's down to them, or maybe a little tweaks from the coach. But this season they massively improved, which is down to Enzo Maresca. Palmer created more chances. Like it created, let's say, 30 plus chances than he did last season. So like altogether, this season is not bad. And to finish off with Champions League that we haven't played in 3 seasons, it's not
Oh, it's
bad.
been that long. I didn't
It's
even
not
know.
bad. It's been that long. Oh. See,
They've been in the mud. I understand. That's why. Yeah, it's Newcastle.
That's why
and
you are
Aston
so
Villa I
happy
blame.
like
It's
this.
Aston Villa I blame for Martinez.
That's why you are so happy.
If
no.
Martinez,
You don't have to blame.
If
No.
Martinez did not go and do his stupid jaggedy jagon, they would have won their game,
it's
and
part
then
of-
you guys will be.
It's part of
be
his sign off.
Newcastle
No, this is not even. No. You don't even have to blame Aston Villa because if we won, like if we should win, regardless of what anyone does, we are going to Champions League.
It's
It was
Newcastle and
Newcastle
Aston Villa that was fighting.
So if
And Nottingham Forest.
if they could, like you have to blame Nottingham Forest. But we know.
Your own, you
I was
cannot beat
scared.
Chelsea.
I was scared of that game. Then going to Nottingham Forest, like they are home for the final game of the season. I was scared.
Fair enough. And Johnny
But
Boy,
at least
what are you rating Arsenal
we
season?
finished it.
Arsenal season is I would say 4/10. 4/10 for the fact that we were still able to make Champions League and finish second,
Okay.
despite all the nonsense that happened throughout the whole season, all the ups and downs. We still came second, even though the second is fake second to me because the point gap between first and second is too much.
It's not fake. Second is second.
So I'll give us a 4/10. I never expected them to win the league, so I most well predicted we'll finish second, and we finished second. So 4/10.
But I'll give it a 3 out of 10. 3, one less than you, because I'm still angry. I'm still very, very angry with the style of play, and yes, we were able to find out results and things like that. But the style of play was not interesting to watch. We were scoring the goals, but like we just like in the cups it was.
But at least it's still nice because we have Arsenal fans that can actually give their season a 4/10 and a 3/10. If you ask some Arsenal fans out there, they will still give this season 8.
No.
Some of them will give this season. I swear, some of them will actually give this season a 7.5.
Well, I didn't know some did. So I've seen some podcasts that did as well. So yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how are you going to give Arsenal a 7.5 this season? Like, the reason why I can't.
The way we played against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup, still annoying till next year. We're losing to 10-man Manchester United in the FA Cup. Like, they having a whole extra time to play, we did not score. Like, losing the penalties. Like
they lost that extra man at 60 minutes. You couldn't score from 60 minutes to extra time.
Yeah, no, that's terrible. And then the Champions League against PSG. The first leg we were fair enough, soccer punch. Second leg, there's no gas.
You were much better.
No, yours is much better.
You were much no. Second leg, the first few
it's about context.
This is why.
Yeah, go on, Johnny.
This is why I hate football. Football always to see people a lot. When a team gives you the ball to play, especially when they are the ones in control. Yeah. It's not you being the better team. They knew that Arsenal will come and rush them. Yeah. So they just sat back, let you guys do all your mara. Come and play and mara. It's the same thing.
This is where it's different.
That
this is where it's
did with Manchester United. It's exactly the same.
No. You know the reason why it's different. The reason why I said it's different is some teams can actually give you the ball and let you have the possession, but even with your possession, you're not going to create chances. Not apart from scoring, you're not going to even create chances. But with Arsenal on that day, their first 30 minutes, they created like 5 chances.
We did.
Out of that 5 chances, yeah, that's what I want to say. Out of that 5 chances, like 3 was clear cut, or 2
but
was clear cut.
And that was Rice's.
So if you had like all the possession without creating a chance, that means the team actually gave you the ball.
No, again,
they gave you the possession.
For instance, Man U game against Tottenham, right?
Yeah.
Man U had it. Remember, they cleared the ball off the line.
Yeah.
But it was a Tottenham mistake that they gave them that chance. So I wouldn't count it as like clear cut. Well,
that's not. They didn't give us a chance now. That's not a clear chance.
So I look at it that Tottenham, Man U didn't really have any chance. Like most of their chances they had were like Tottenham giving them the ball to like from the Tottenham era, basically. That's how they had the chance.
Yeah.
Not like they did want to do that, create. Nah, it was more like an error from Tottenham, and that's what happened.
No, things need to change
my
next season.
My +1 comes from the fact that we had MLS, Emerge, and Wanderers. That was where my +1 came from. So at least now it helps us towards next season.
That's a big plus.
Before we make it an Arsenal section, but do you trust Arteta to trust MLS again? Because he signed Calafiori. Calafiori is his guy. Remember that. Calafiori is his guy.
Yeah.
Remember the only reason why MLS played a lot more was Calafiori was injured, and this guy took his chance well. And when he came back, it cannot match the level. Starting next season, Calafiori is going to start again. Now, knowing Arteta, the way he plays, his pattern, he's going to start with Calafiori again next season.
Here comes the issue now. If that doesn't pay off, that's a big minus for Arteta right there, because the fans have grown to love him.
He's going to this is going to put him at risk.
No, MLS is going to be there. MLS is going to be there, but I'm just saying he's going to always want to start Calafiori first. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Ethan, right? Ethan was scoring when Saka was not there.
We have seen it. He can't defend. At least MLS is more, it has more bite to it when it comes to defense.
Bro, you are saying
Defensively.
defense.
But
You are
Calafiori
saying
cannot.
defense. Arteta's not saying defense. Why is Tenny not playing? He needs someone that's going to invert, right, and give something going
Which
forward.
MLS does so well.
Exactly. But
But
Calafiori is.
I'll be
more of
honest.
his guy. Anyways, that's
But
a bonus for next
I'll be
season.
honest. From what I have seen, from what me I've seen personally, I feel like there was a day I actually watched Miles Lewis Kelly and I was like, why did they get Calafiori in the first place? Because
Arteta does not trust young people. Does not trust young players.
Even before Calafiori got injured, this is it. So, say for example, how many games did Calafiori play before he got injured? Look at those games that he played and compare them to the ones that Miles Lewis Kelly played.
Yeah.
He was
No,
nowhere near
Miles was
Lewis
still even
Kelly.
coming as a sub when he was starting. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Arteta
and
would
even-
always trust his own player. We always give him at least 50-55 games. Calafiori has not had that yet.
Yeah.
You understand? He's not played that amount of games yet. So he's going to say, let Calafiori come and get used to the system, and then MLS will be coming on as a sub for the last 15-20 minutes type of thing.
Let's see how it
Because
goes. Because to be honest, like I can't. Maybe there's more to Calafiori that I haven't seen, but from what I've seen with
There's
just
nothing.
him and MLS. But if there's nothing,
There's
again,
nothing, but we
from what I've seen between him and
know
MLS.
our manager.
MLS is
We
way
know
better
our
than him.
manager.
MLS is way better than him. Maybe your
we know our
manager can. Yeah, your manager can come into
Because
it. Because for me, I feel like there was a time as well where I felt like Nwaneri should have had a chance,
Exactly.
at
We all
least
felt that
one
way.
clear chance to start in that
Most
middle.
Arsenal fans felt that way.
Huh?
I say most Arsenal fans felt the same way you are feeling. No, trust me.
So we are all suffering from the same thing. We've got stubborn
Our
managers.
managers will be scatting our head.
We've got stubborn managers. Today I was
Very,
just
very
praying.
stubborn.
Today I was just praying that I don't want to see Caicedo on that right wing back. That they are doing all this inversion. I was just praying because our coach, he can start. The game can the lineup can come out and you just see Caicedo playing at right back again. So I was scared. I was really scared, but thank God
Yeah.
he put Caicedo where he's meant to put him.
So what do you need to see change
And,
in Chelsea next season? Because now you guys have finished.
What I
is it
need,
fourth or fifth? You guys finished
what I
fifth?
need, yeah, fourth.
Fourth, exactly. Top four. Woo, woo. So what do you expect next season?
What I
Now you
expect
have
next
Champions League
season,
money.
I will be real. What I expect next season is actually something better from our wingers. I want to see more from our wingers, cause these feelings that like the likes of Lamine Yamal gives you, or that as soon as they get the ball, they keep running at players. And there's one thing. No. Okay. Let's not mention him, right? Okay, let's mention someone
It's
like
never about the talent. It's the coach. If Lamine Yamal is in under Pep or Arteta or Maresca, he's going to be hogging the wing. He's not going to be allowed to dribble. You understand?
No. But to be honest,
Yamal to express himself.
No, but one thing you should know is that is a kind of system that you see that particular system is Spanish. Is a Spanish system, and Lamine Yamal is kind of used to that system where you just hug the touchline. Look at when he was playing Euros as well. That was the same thing.
But he's allowed to dribble. He's allowed to
with
express
De La
himself.
Fuente.
He's allowed to dribble.
Cross.
No. See. So this is down to the wingers that we have got. You can't like the way Lamine Yamal is dribbling. No manager in the world, in his right senses, will tell Lamine Yamal to stop dribbling.
They told Ethan to stop dribbling. They told Saka.
Okay,
to
look
stop
at
dribbling.
look at this man.
Dribble as much.
This is
Grealish is not dribbling as much anymore.
Who?
Like
Yes.
Grealish is not. Grealish was never a winger.
But he was
before
dribbling. I'm just talking about
before
dribbling and
Grealish
freedom.
got
But he
to.
was a good dribbler now. That's why people liked him because he held the
No,
ball and
see,
scored
some
players.
people. This is one thing that I know. Dribbling as a midfielder is way different from dribbling as a winger. Because dribbling as a midfielder,
He played on the wings for Aston Villa when he was actually.
no, it's just him drifting around. He just drifts around. He's not a pure winger. Like he just drifts up and down.
in the treble
And
winning
if you're
season, he was
dribbling-
coming from the wing and drifting in as well from the left.
Yeah, even his first season for Man City, that's
But
where Pep put him on the
Yeah.
left side, and he used to come
yeah,
inside.
but what I'm saying is, if you notice, when Pep put him on that side, it's just hug the touchline as well,
No, it was dribbling. It was allowed to dribble.
then dribble.
That's what I'm saying. It's about the coaches.
Then
Anyways, let's go back to Chelsea. You want to see Noni Madueke dribble more and score more goals? Or
yeah, I want to see Nani Madueke dribble more, and I feel like Pedro Neto. I want to see basically all our wingers.
what's his
I
best
actually want to
position,
see
sir?
more
First of
from
all,
them.
Pedro Neto. Is he a false nine? Is he a winger? Is he a central midfielder?
No. He's a wing. He's a wing.
Because we
He's a
don't know where he
winger.
was. Today we'll play this split. Tomorrow we'll play another. We don't know.
He's a winger. He's just all
player.
these. He's just all these buy one get one free players. That if you buy him for this position, you still have him for this extra position. So he's just that kind of player. But he's a winger.
But for you guys this season, which
He's a winger at the
position
end.
do you think he played like well? For me, when he played first time, I think he played exceptionally well for you guys. But you know,
Who's that?
Pedro
Yeah,
Neto.
Pedro Neto.
he played well. He played well as a false nine. But to be honest, we still have Jackson. It's only if we want to get someone better than Jackson, we still have Jackson that can actually still give us that cover as a striker.
Benji better
But
than Jackson.
if Neto can help him in like all these small situations where we don't have Jackson, fine. But we can't depend on Neto to be our false nine as well. So if we are going to get another striker, we need another striker.
So are you guys
Just
planning
to
on
replace
keeping
Jackson.
Sancho?
But
Are you planning on keeping Sancho?
I don't know the club's plan, but me.
Please keep him.
At all.
Yeah, they had a goal today now. He was one that pushed the ball back. He
What?
was one that pushed the ball back for them to score.
Nah.
So you're
He was one that
against,
looked at it.
against Sancho staying for Chelsea, basically.
Me personally, I'm against Sancho.
Why?
Or
Because
if
you have
he's
that
if he's
man
going
back.
to
Chelsea can
stay,
do better, that's why.
or if
Then
he's
the
going
money
to
bias.
stay, if he's going to stay, he can't be a starting player.
He has your coach like him as a starter and doesn't have a
Then
problem.
there's no point of keeping if he cannot be.
I know Sterling is coming back.
There's-
Sterling is coming back. So you asked
It's true.
you.
Sterling is coming back.
Never,
For what?
never.
They will send him back again.
Keep him up. Keep him up. Please keep him.
If Arteta tries
please.
it, then that season is good. Next season they will sack him before even the season starts if he tries it.
But let's see. No, we don't. But to be honest, I want more from our wingers. That is, if we are not going to buy another, if we are not going to buy another winger,
I mean, you
want
guys have
more
this,
from our
this small
wingers.
boy from Sporting. Isn't he coming in next season? This young guy,
Estava
Quenda.
William. No,
Quenda
Quenda
was
is
the-
not coming in. Quenda is coming in next year, not this year. Or is it this
Not
year?
next season. Because the guy balls for Sporting. He's like their winger in Sporting.
Yeah. That little wonder kid like this, one small boy
Then
like
he'll come
this.
to Chelsea. That'll be the end.
See, I don't. And again, you see our problem. We have Noni Madueke, we have Pedro Neto, we have that Quenda from Sporting Lisbon, we have Estava William.
You guys also
from
have
Brazil.
these guys. Don't forget Modric.
Yeah, and that one is a God knows what he's going through
Because
at
of
the
his
moment.
case,
So we
why
don't
he's
know.
fighting it.
Like,
He might.
yeah, we don't know when he is going to be back. We don't know how long. We don't even know if we are going to have him at the start of the season. Which, if we have him, he was on the bench anyway. So
Right.
that changes
So
nothing.
basically,
But
you guys,
I mean, that's,
you guys
you guys
cannot
have
even-
too many wingers. That's what I'm trying to say. You
So we
guys
cannot
have
even
too many
ask
wingers.
you
we have
what do you
too
need to
many
sign next
wingers.
season.
So
because you have too
what
many
I'm
people.
trying to say is we've got all these people, but I don't think we have like left wingers. Apart from Sancho, who's our left winger?
Pedro Neto.
Cucurella enters.
Apart from Sancho, who is our left winger?
Neto
Neto.
can play there.
No. Neto is a right winger.
Felix
We are just trying to accommodate
Eh,
him.
but he
contract.
played there now,
We're-
so he can play there.
Felix is coming.
We are
to
just-
Chelsea.
Modric can play
We are
there.
just coming to.
Felix is coming back to Chelsea.
None can even enter.
See, right now it's only Sancho that we have. Like the natural left
That's
winger.
why you
It's
have
only
to buy him.
Sancho.
No, you
You
can
don't
play
even
him
have
at
a
it.
time.
Okay, Neto can play there too.
That means we don't have. Huh?
Just
Yeah, Neto can
hold
play
him,
there.
hold
Neto can
Sancho.
play there. Like we've seen Neto start there a lot of times when and put Sancho on the bench. But what I'm saying is
Bring 40
he's
million
not
and put
him as
Sancho.
well.
Sancho is
He's a lot
useful
more comfortable on the right wing.
on the right.
Huh?
Sancho is more effective. Just bring 50 million for Sancho. We'll give you. We will give you another player. We can give you Garnacho.
Actually, Garnacho Chelsea is Chelsea.
So you
Garnacho
have
Chelsea
to.
boy. It's Garnacho Chelsea we're after,
And
Johnny Boy.
Garnacho can dribble, he can explore. That's what you're
Eh?
looking for. Garnacho can
What?
dribble.
Johnny Boy, who do?
That's what I want to say. There's one thing. See, that's one thing I actually like about Garnacho, to be honest, because even if it's not working for him, he still keeps trying. And if he
So you
tries
take Garnacho at
10
Chelsea then,
times,
basically.
one is going
He's
to
better
come
than
off.
Sterling
Huh?
at the moment. What do you mean?
So you take Garnacho
Pardon?
at Chelsea, that's what you're saying. You take Garnacho at Chelsea.
He's better than
God forbid.
Sterling coming back.
God forbid.
So why
God
big, why
forbid.
big
Why
up
will I?
why big
Why
up
will I
Garnacho?
take
Don't
Garnacho?
big him up there, not big him up.
No, I'm not
How-
bigging him. I'm not saying I'm bigging him up. Why? Because this is one thing that I love about him. Like he takes players on. See the rate of I can
Garnacho or
see.
Nani?
Okay, let me give you. I can give you a stat. Since Jadon Sancho has been at Chelsea, he has had more back passes than more front passes.
And that's your coach instruction.
There's nobody in
That's
the
your coach
front now. It's not his fault.
That is his fault. Why? So a
There's
coach will
nobody
tell
in
you
the
not to
front.
take on
Who is in
the
the
player.
front? The person that you pass and the person
He
who
has
still
to
beats the
take
ball.
the safe
So
ball,
there's
you
no
know.
point.
Anyways,
So,
I beg, who
like,
do Arsenal need next season, Johnny Boy?
I think we need a minimum of 5 players.
How many Sterling?
5 players.
Yes.
How many Sterling?
Where?
I'll tell you, we
Where?
need a striker. Listen now, we need a
That is
striker.
that's the only position that I feel like you guys
Yes,
need.
then you
No,
are
no,
an
No,
up.
they
We
need
don't care
wingers.
what you
They
think.
need
Thank you.
wingers.
You're not,
I want it.
you're
No,
not
no, no.
Spurs
I'm not.
fans,
I'm
so
not
you don't
even
care
saying
about
it as
Arsenal.
an
You
up.
are not.
I'm
But
not
in
even
your
saying it
heart,
as
you
an
are
up.
You don't care about
not.
Arsenal.
So it doesn't matter.
We need
So
a
if you
striker. We need
maybe a
left.
cover up for Saka.
No,
They need a
I don't even
midfielder
count that one.
and they need a
We need a
winger.
striker. We need
Yeah,
a left winger. To
yeah.
me, we need a 10. We need a 10 or an 8.
They need
So somebody like an
Odegaard
Wait,
Eze.
what?
replacement.
Wait,
Listen,
wait,
somebody
wait,
like an
wait.
Eze that can drift
Yeah.
so he can play on the left, he can play in the middle, he can play on the right. Somebody like Eze, we need somebody like that. That's 3 already. For attack, we need 3. For the attack, we need 3.
Wait, what's
That's
wrong
for
with
the attacking
Odegaard?
game. That's the point
Where
reason
you
why we
need
need
the
somebody.
10?
We don't other guys too comfortable. So we need somebody that if other guy is not fine, like this season now, he was not firing and nobody to do anything. So the manager kept on playing him. But if we get
No,
somebody,
that is where that's what I'm saying. Like the manager actually does not want to trust Nwaneri in that situation. That was what I said. I
But he
feel
trusted
like
Nwaneri for the
Nwaneri
left.
should get his
He trusted
starts.
Nwaneri for the left. So that to me, that is Saka's backup. That's why it seems now.
that's exactly that's why I
That
don't
boy
care.
is actually a 10. So him playing as a winger is maybe an advantage to his game, but we all know
Saka,
that from
look,
academy.
Saka was
well
a
played as a
10. They
10.
put him left winger, left wing back, and
He
now
was a
right
left back. Safe. Remember when Saka started?
No,
Yeah,
but I'm
he
saying
started as a
in
left back
the academy
with
is a 10.
Unai Emery.
Academy was a 10, just
Yes.
like them Joe Willock too.
Even MLS is a
Exactly.
midfielder playing as a left back.
The
So,
manager will
Yeah.
change your life. You change your life.
so that's 3.
That's true
From
though.
attacking.
So yeah,
Then we might need depending of if I hope Partey stays. But if Partey goes, we need a
Because
midfielder.
Bimandi's coming anyway,
Another
according to them.
but you've got Zubimendi though.
To me, Zubimendi is more of Jorginho's replacement than Partey. That's to me. And then lastly,
Yeah, but
we need a
that's the
goalkeeper.
same thing. They are doing the same thing though, because Jorginho is actually a CDM. He can't play anywhere else. Partey is a CDM.
Yeah, but the difference is that Jorginho is more of a sit back, right? That type of guy. Same thing with Zubimendi. But Partey is the person that receives the ball and pushes the ball forward and releases. That's why Partey helped Rice now. That's why Rice can move forward because not only can Partey receive the ball, Partey can break and then release
Drive.
the ball to Rice. And
Yeah, he can carry the ball.
So, exactly. So to me, Zubimendi is more of a a Jorginho replacement. So if you are getting enough Partey, you need somebody to replace Partey. But I feel they will keep Partey because the news coming out right now is that Partey might stay.
Well,
So
me,
No,
I'm going to assume he
Partey
stays.
is staying.
I'm going to assume he stays. So we're going to a goalkeeper, a left winger, a striker, an AM, and then lastly, I think I will buy a left back.
Fair enough. Yeah, under left back, under left back again.
But the left back is more like my last signing. It won't be my top first four.
Alright.
It will be like my last signing.
Wait. If you buy a left back, what should happen to Luis Kelly and Calafiori?
I don't mind MLS going back to midfield. Actually, I
Yeah,
don't mind him.
Calafiori can play center. He's a centre back, so he can move to centre back and fight.
Yes,
centre back.
California is a centre back. So I don't even count California as a left back. To be honest with you, I can't see more of a centre back.
Yeah, but your manager is playing him as a left
Exactly.
back. That's the problem.
So for me,
It's stupid of him now. That's stupid of him.
For me, I want 2 strikers. First of all, first things first. Let's start there. 2 strikers. We have to sign that one compulsory. 2 left wingers. Again, compulsory. I need that one. 2 strikers, 2 left wingers. That's 4. I need. You say what? Let me say what I need now. I need a replacement, a full replacement for Martin Odegaard. Replace. So that is 5. I need. I need another goalkeeper, a better goalkeeper that can distribute, that can not just only save shots, can also distribute. So that's how many players now. That is 6 already, and then you can now sign any backup you want.
They must not buy 6 players.
Yeah, they can buy 6 if they've signed it. The time we spent 150 million, I bought them. Tavares and Sambi Lokonga and Ramsdale and them. We bought like 5-6 players that season, so it's possible.
I agree with you. That's why I mentioned Eze, because to me, if Eze comes to Arsenal, he has to start. So that's why.
That's where the problem is. Like, if Eze comes to, that's what I wanted to say. Like, if Eze comes to Arsenal, he has established himself in that Premier League to the point where any team is walking into, regardless of what is happening, he wants to start.
I don't mind. At the back of his mind. Bench player next season. I don't mind him being a bench player next season.
So how do you want to put Odegaard on the bench?
This is another thing.
Bro, it enhances our bench now, so it's good for the team. Now you have a strong bench. So now you have 2 squads basically. So you don't have to play all the matches, right? Sometimes you're playing like, for instance.
Because I feel like
you can play an Odegaard against Sunderland.
Odegaard is actually like Arteta's boy. He's Arteta's boy. Arteta actually likes him.
So was Ramsdale.
So there's no way you can actually put him on the bench.
So was Zinchenko.
So was Zinchenko.
Exactly. The managers are human. They're not. Their job is on the line. No, if you are going to cost me, I'm going to pick someone else that's going to make me keep my job. So
let's see how it goes because let's see how it goes. Because if you actually buy a 10, I would love to see if that 10 can put Odegaard on the bench though.
Odegaard knows. You know, say that in the last 2 or 3 games, he's beginning to shoot from far now. He's practicing the shot. Even the goal.
Yeah, I saw
he scored against Southampton today from range.
I saw his goal today. Yeah. I was like, so Odegaard, you had this in your locker
because.
I'm not watching that
because the fans are on his case. He knows the fans are on his case, and those things will filter into the boardroom.
Yeah. They watch all those fan channels now.
They know what we're saying about them.
Yeah, they see what those fans say.
Yeah, so
and to be honest, the way Odegaard plays, you can tell he's so comfortable.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And that's the last thing you need. And that's the last thing a coach needs for a player to be comfortable. Because when he's comfortable, that means he knows he does need to do the bare minimum and he's fine.
Yeah, he's comfortable. The way he plays, you can tell that he's comfortable.
Anyways,
so I would love to see how it goes though, because I don't think Arteta is ready to bring in a player that would put Odegaard on the bench, because like Arteta is. That's why we are glad that he's not the one making the decision
anymore. Better is watching every game. I'm sure you see it. He
knows
what it takes to win a league. It's not just what the manager wants. So like, we want to win the league, we have to win the league. It's not just you.
Now, Better is here to win the league right now.
Yes,
that's why he was brought in.
Okay. Next so let's see how it goes. Because the power with Arteta at Arsenal right now is actually much. So I don't see.
Yes,
I'm not sure if Better can.
For a guy that has not done anything, it's too much.
Like distrust is for a manager that has not done anything.
Second place 3 times in a row. Do you think
it's not easy?
Without no trophy to show, it's useless, my brother. Leave that.
I swear, this is where for the fans, you know that you need the trophy.
This is where
Ange said something.
For the fans, it is useless, but for the board, it's not useless. And for Arteta, it's not useless.
Because they are getting Champions League money.
Arteta will say Chelsea had injury to Copama. See how they fell off, right? Manchester City had injury to Rodrigo. See how they fell off. Tottenham had injury to their key players. See how they fell off, right? But he still managed. He still managed to go second. I'm going to say he is still going to be proud. Obviously, the fans want more. We want more than just 1 second and a trophy. But him is going to be like, I was able to do this regardless. You see him always saying that if other
He's-
people have
he's-
the injuries we had would have been 15, 16. Manchester United do not even have injuries and they're 17th, you know.
What did Manchester do to you?
It's like that. So
Yeah, it's true because you didn't have injury. That's a fact.
We had injuries.
So who?
Are you okay? We had injuries.
What's the injury?
Maguire,
when is Shaw available?
Wait, Luke Shaw. Remove Shaw. Remove Shaw.
Philip is injured even right now.
Remove Shaw.
Ahmad
Remove
was
Shaw.
injured. When he was on.
Take Shaw.
Ahmad was injured.
injured, so it's -1. When you are beginning
Hojland
season,
was injured. Came
put
back.
-1. Put
Confidence
an
lost.
aesthetics beside Luke Shaw. Say with Tomoyasu, you put
Everybody
See,
was injured.
see, Luke Shaw. You see the likes of Luke Shaw, Fofana,
There's
Tomiyasu.
what's his
Gabriel
name?
All these
House.
people, they've seen the
Injured.
doctors. Like they've seen the
Injured
doctors
was
and the
injured.
coaches.
Heaven was
So you can't
injured.
even compare them. Those ones have seen
I'm
the
talking
doctors
about
and the
players that were
coaches.
injured. We had injuries different parts of the season.
17 minutes.
Ahmad too was injured.
Yeah, I know. I know when Ahmad
injured.
got injured. I know when Ahmad got injured.
How was
That
our firepower?
he was out for.
Yo,
He was out.
Timber had ACL injury last season, but Timber was back 2 games or 3 games before the season ended. Last season.
Yeah.
That's because you have
Yeah.
a rich squad depth now. You have a rich squad depth.
And to be honest, like, and to be honest,
if we had 42
see,
man squad, we would have done
this
fine.
is the
We
see.
would
You
have
see,
gotten
you
more
see.
than four.
Funny enough, yeah. Funny enough, this is what you guys were saying about Arteta that I saw. Like, Ben White came in, and immediately he just put Timber on the bench.
No, Timber is also
Like,
injured. as
Timber
well.
That's
was-
what it should be now. If you are performing,
No, is he
He's
injured?
injured, yes.
bench the other person.
Injured now, yeah, injured.
Oh, okay. I thought this man just put him on the bench straight away for
No,
Ben
no.
White. I was like,
No, if Timber is fit,
I-
it will
I-
probably
I-
it will probably move Timber to the left and Ben White on the right because his guys are still his guys. Like he did that at the start of the season. Sorry, on the left, Timber will be on the left, Ben White will be on the right. That's how he was playing the start of the season.
yeah, Ben,
Before
yeah.
White got injured and he moved back to the right.
Before White
me,
got
for me.
injured.
So that's what I'm saying.
For me,
Like,
I think- I don't
if
think-
you're
I don't-
Arteta's player he likes, no matter who he signs, you'll find somewhere to play. So if we sign Eze, for example, Odegaard will still play. I will not be surprised it will be Rice, Odegaard,
Eze will play from the left wing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to find a way to put all his players in there. Havertz will play if Havertz is going to be a goalkeeper. Havertz will play, things like that. But anyways,
That's why Arteta has not signed the striker now. It's because
Nah, because of Havertz.
Havertz has to go to the bench because there's Havertz
or go back to the
when he
midfield.
has-
You want to explain the loss of the amount you paid to Chelsea to get him now.
Yeah. Well, we're going to do our
No,
season.
but-
We'll do our season review next week when Chelsea have lost the Conference League. We'll do a full season review.
Yeah.
When they lose.
When they lose the Conference
and
League.
then we'll see how the thing goes.
Yeah, when we win the conference league, let's say it out with faith.
I don't
Anthony
have
has
to say
to
it
jab. Anthony has to jab Amorim. So I'm sorry.
I like you. If your faith is going to be like Jude's faith, that's what I want to know. Jude was 7 out of 10 confidence that they're going to slap Tottenham.
No, me, I don't have
And
confidence.
you've
So this
also
is a
said,
final.
we'll have the clips. We'll
When
play
he
it
said
when you
that,
lose.
he said it on
Exactly,
record.
it's on record.
This is a
Confidence.
final.
Chelsea was-
Yeah, no. I'm not saying I didn't say it. I said
Why are you
it.
trying to withdraw?
No. If we don't, what I'm trying to say is, you know what will happen. Let's lose before I start defending myself.
Okay.
Let's lose first before I start defending
No,
myself.
wahala.
Let's lose first.
Let me explain to you. Tell your keeper to go on the right wing and be waiting for Anthony's ball.
No, you can't compare us to you guys. You want to win Europa League. You don't even have a clear playing style. You don't have
I know.
you don't have any danger man.
They use backdoor to enter the Europa League last season. They want to use another backdoor.
Another backdoor to enter Champions League this season again. See, don't even compare yourselves.
Yeah.
Don't compare yourself. You that for the first 40 minutes, you and Tottenham, you didn't know what you were playing. Both teams.
It was boring.
You
It
did
Even
both
the
of you
even
don't
the
know what
goal,
you-
we still don't know who scored the goal.
We don't know how the goal
Yes,
entered.
argues for the goat.
We know they gave it. We know
Like,
they
we
gave
don't
it
know
to
how the
Bernard
goal
Johnson,
entered.
but we don't know who scored the goal.
Yeah, we don't know if you truly
Sure,
scored it.
we sure decided to
was
score
like
a goal.
the cross and the ball was in the back of the net. That's what we do.
So don't compare yourself to Man U. You are different from Man U. But I'm sorry, we are different from Man U.
Alright.
I'm just scared because the only reason why I'm scared is one, this is a final, and two, the Real Betis coach is an experienced coach, so he's a coach that
Go
can
on,
actually
come on,
pull off
Pellegrini.
all these masterclass in a one-off game.
Then agree. Yeah, that's true.
Pellegrini can pull off a masterclass in a one-off game. What a final is a one-off game. So
It is.
all this, so that's the only reason why I'm scared. But if we win, it's a Chelsea
It'll
thing.
be-
I'm not
No,
surprised.
it'll be.
I believe if you're under Abramovich, you will be more confident. I guess because of your ownership now.
I think Chelsea.
Yeah,
I think that
If
is
he was
it.
under
Hala
Abramovich,
Real
the reason
Betis.
why we will be confident is we will be sure that Enzo Maresca knows his job is totally on the line.
It's-
Yeah,
But now
exactly.
his job is
Yeah,
not. His job is not even.
He has entered Champions League. He's good.
And again,
Yeah,
and
that's
again,
the
he has secured the Champions League final. So,
He's-
but
he's
I,
Gucci, he's
in my head, I feel like Maresca in his head should be thinking about winning a trophy for us. So,
obviously,
That's
he's
next
winning.
season.
Pardon?
Next season.
Next season.
no, he's playing Champions League next season.
Yeah, it's going
Then
to- it's
if
going
you
to win it.
imagine
It's
going
not
to
next season.
imagine going to Champions League and winning this.
It's a process of review.
And I'm not going to lie. That was what and I'm not going to lie. At the start of this season, that was why I called it a successful season.
Okay.
Going to Champions League.
I
and
mean, if
winning
Chelsea-
So I'm looking forward to the failure.
That was what I
I'm
called
looking
it.
forward to the
That was
failure.
why I called it successful.
I'm looking forward to the failure then.
So if you don't win
Ah,
it, that
no,
means
man.
that's been a failure now. That's what it means. Yeah.
No. It's not a full failure.
are you
But it's not
lying?
that. It's not the success is
You
not
know, shameless. Like you went to a
fully.
league where Noah and Abraham are playing. You went to a
Okay.
league where Noah.
This
and
is where you
Abraham
know.
are
This is
playing.
where you know. This is where you know the meaning of shamelessness. Let me give you the meaning of
Please give
shamelessness.
him.
So you know when you are in a competition and you believe you are the best, you are meant to win it, and you don't win it. That is
Yes.
a bitter shame.
That's
That
a
is a
shame.
bitter shame.
That's
Like
the
when you
I'm
win,
beating,
when you win it, when you win it, when you win the competition, when you win the competition, people are going to be like, "Come on, it's Europa League, you are bigger than it." But if you don't win
People
it,
that beat us have beaten us 3
but,
times before.
but if you
No,
don't
no,
win it, that is where
makes
people
it
are going to be like,
We're not bigger
that's
than
what
what
makes
we
it
have.
worse.
4 times in one
We are
season.
beating
4
teams
times.
and just winning and going. I suppose those teams in the Europa League, Chelsea is better off than them.
Yeah. So what team are you not better off?
No, but you
Eh?
No, tell me one team in that Europa League that you are not better than.
I'm not saying sorry, in your conference league, Chelsea. When you mention Chelsea and mention any of the teams in conference league, Chelsea is better off than them. You always
Yeah.
put Chelsea above them. They
So
will
what
qualify.
team is Man U not
Man U
better
was just
than?
escaping. UEFA was helping us allegedly, giving us penalty.
How was UEFA helping you?
Red cards and penalty.
So are you saying that you are not better than Bilbao?
Because there's
Are you
no
telling me
Messi.
that you are not better than Bilbao? Are you telling me that you are not better?
According to Johnny Boy, we were not. Until we won them, we knew that we were better. So that's
No. You are better than them. It's just that you don't know what you are doing. Your team.
Rangers, we were not better.
Eh?
We won.
How can you say no better Rangers?
We were not better than Rangers, and we won.
How are you not better than
It's
Rangers?
okay. It's okay, Jude. I understand. You know, when you lose like this, I understand your head is frazzled for a couple of weeks. Then you get it back later. So I understand. I understand what's going on here. It's
Enjoy
okay.
your 15
You'll be
enjoy
fine
your
in the end. You'll be
15
fine in the end. According to Evra, he said you guys are like watching United is like watching Pornhub because you guys are always getting napped. So yeah, there we go. We are going to leave it on that note, guys. Please press the like button. Please, thank you very much. Subscribe if you're new or yet to do so. Check out Azar AZZAR07 on TikTok, where it does all his finest work on Chelsea, and you can see him flip flopping over there. But here he's having all the confidence, no problem. Giving them 7 out of 10. Next weekend.
At least like when I was flip flopping, we were still struggling for Champions League. Now it is secured. We are there. We are going. We are going. Okay. If so, say for example now, if you needed to be
so
a Champions
happy.
League,
You know what?
say for example, say if your club, so if Champions League now was a criteria for you as, let's say, a content creator to get on board, let's say your team has to win a Champions League your team has to earn a Champions League place before you get on board. You know that, Jude, you won't be on this podcast with
You
us.
be now.
No, it would have been a different story if it was that.
You know, it's without, see, you would have been subscribing. You two, you would have been liking and subscribing.
Teams with the other half of the table.
No,
Yeah. So you see that if Champions League was the
I'm a
criteria
Tottenham
for
fan.
you to give the content, Leicester, Ipswich, yeah, all those,
No, I support Son.
Sheffield United, all those
Leeds
Sheffield United,
Leeds,
Leeds, because those are the ones that you are going to welcome next season. You're not going to anywhere you.
On behalf of Spurs, I represent.
Shamelessness.
I'm ashamed now.
Anyways, guys.
Those guys beat you 4 times in one season.
The only European trophy winner in North London. Do you think it's easy?
Anyways.
No, okay, not London.
Peace.